Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. Hope you're all doing quite well. So as this video suggests, this is about Destiny. This is what I think about the game and all that. This is just me discussing it with you, and you guys can hopefully contribute something back with this. So, alright. First things first, the game came out September 9th, and from that point on, it had, I would say, a decent launch. There was a decent amount of members in the community on the game playing it, but then it slowly started to dwindle. There's not a lot of community members in the game, which is sort of sad. But at the same time, it's a whatever. So the majority of gamers or the game players in this said video game are pretty much doing the Crucible, which is the PvP slash Call of Duty slash Halo 2 slash whatever you want to call it. Pretty much playing that stuff a lot. And within respectable reasons. It has plenty of replayability because you're just running around gunning. I mean, that's just mindless fun. I mean, it's just like playing an arcade game. Mindless fun. So, the storyline itself lasts about 18 hours or so, depending on how you stretch the content, which I tried my best to stretch it out and everything and do all kinds of stuff within the video game by, doing the, explore modes or patrols, which is what they call, which is a kind of explorer mode where you can go throughout the entire map and just find secrets and all that. It's really fun doing that. And the game is missing a few core elements, which I think is very important, but at the same time I can kind of see them halfway what they're trying to do with certain things too. And first things first, there's no voiceover IP. There's no communication with other players. You won't hear them. So you have people who you play with, and you can't hear them unless you're on their friends list and you're in a party or whatever else. So with that beared in mind, what they had in this formula was they wanted to make sure that you couldn't hear squeaky kids screaming and shouting and all that stuff, profanity and all that. That's why it's a teen-rated game, mind you, so that way there's no actual, you don't hear any cussing or swearing, any generalizations like that, which is good. You'll hear trash talkers, you won't hear any of that crap. It's practically a very quiet game, which is good. You won't have kids complaining in your ear and, that kind of thing, which I understand that completely. But it still slightly hurts the game a little bit, as much as I can agree with what they're trying to do with it. Because I don't like to hear kids. I usually mute them anyway, so to me it is not a massive big deal, but for the majority they are more of, therefore, thereof. It bugs the shit out of them, which, whatever, Majority of rules, I suppose. So, you basically have that, and so you practically, it's just sort of silly. So then you have the other aspect, which is there's no maps in this game other than you being able to look at an overhead map thing which you can toggle which missions you want to do or whatever else. So unless you have a photogenic memory memorizing the map you're about to enter, you're going to have to do a guessing game or have a browser open or something like that next to your console where you can be able to access this said map and be able to run around and remember where the fuck things are, because I can't remember any of this shit, I need a map in front of me too. So, basically what this game needs is a map. Something you can toggle the switch between, you can look at, or whatever else to help you find your teammates. Because teammates get lost. I'm usually playing with people in the game and they get fucking lost. I have to go try to find their ass. And it's impossible because they're just God knows where. Then it becomes a mess. So, a map would be important. That's essential. I think that would definitely be included. I hope that it's included in the future. And I wouldn't say better drop rates, because I'm not going to whine about that. I mean, it's sort of, that's the whole point of the game, is to stretch it out by trying to find that loot and feel accomplished by finding that loot, see if it's better than what you got equipped, such as guns and all that. And the primary weapon of choice in this video game is obviously a gun, but the guns are different and varied between this and that and the other thing. You have different stocks, attachments, and all this stuff too, where the guns have exclusive abilities such as the legendaries and as well as exotics. Exotics and legendaries obviously are the most things you want to look after when you're level past 20 mark. And these weapons are pretty powerful. They're pretty cool and have interesting aspects. Now, the other weapons are vanilla and they're crap. The greens and the whites, they just do not look very good. They don't handle very good. They're just there. Get you through into level 20. When the game actually begins, supposedly, which it kind of does. And I found myself getting more into the game past level 20, where I think the journey and the destination are sort of a weird mix here, because a lot of people don't like the journey while trying to get to that destination on level 20 onwards. Because you can hear people consistently bitching about the game, which, again, I can see some of the valid points, some of it's repetitive, whatever. I mean, most games today are repetitive. Most games online have to be repetitive for a reason, so there's replayability. If you don't like the vibe of replayability within the said title, then it isn't for you. You know, I'm not here to tell you otherwise. So, with that bared in mind, I really wish they can just add a map. They can add more game modes, which I think was going to be something too that I hope they add. And I'm talking about for the Crucible, I'm talking about for the storyline content, stuff like that. More variety within the content to keep it interesting, and rather than you just defending a point and killing things. Again, I don't mind that necessarily because I played a lot of Robotron in my time, but it's sort of like other people aren't going to feel that way too, and they're going to kind of want to piss off somewhere, you know? That, you get what I'm saying? It's sort of like after a while they're going to get sick of it. Not me personally, not a few of my friends personally, but others are just not going to feel it. Now, there's going to be 2 DLC coming out for the game, and it's going to be like $34.99, which I don't mind paying that because I actually generally like the game that much. You know, the storyline, it could have been a little bit better. It was kind of blank. Like, it wasn't quite explaining everything in depth unless you sat down and read shit within the Crucibles. I can't remember how they fucking pronounce it, but these cards you get in the game, you can sit there and read everything, but honestly, it's like, fuck this, you know? I'm not here to read. If I want to read a book, I'll go pull a freaking book off the side of my shelf over there. But yeah, I mean, the game looks great. The music's fantastic. The gameplay handles fan-fucking-tastic. It's a smooth frame rate. You know, there's no lag whatsoever. I never felt that other than my own internet connection personally, because Verizon, for some strange reason, is having a shit fest for some strange reason in my room alone. You know, it's just like an EMP goes off. It's like, and there goes my internet. I'm like, God damn it. So, other than that, that's generally how I feel about the said game. The stuff in the background, by the way, was as soon as I hit level 20, I wanted to do the Dust Palace, which is an exclusive for the said console, which is sort of a silly thing, I think, personally. Annoyed off a lot of customers. Because, you know, this map and another one would have added a little bit more variety within the roulette, which you're given, which is a Vanguard strike missions, which are stuff you just queue up for, and you just go with 3 other random people which get queued with you. You can continuously keep on going and get like end game 20 plus gear and just, you know, go ham on enemies once you get new and improved items, which is sort of the accomplishment out of the whole game in a nutshell. So the game handles like Borderlands, it plays like Halo 2 and all that, and again, it's a great game. It has a lot. As a core game, as an essential core vanilla game, it's fun. I like it. Should I say pick it up at $60? Probably not. I would say try to get it cheaper than that. I'm not trying to say, you know, not buy it at all, but get it cheaper. You know, because I'd say $30, $40, $20, whatever, it would probably be feeling a little bit better for you. And by then, by the time you're picking that game up within those bracketed price range, you'll probably end up getting a more valued estimate out of the server. Sorry, a very valued element out of the game, where you'd probably see more because of the recent updates and all that stuff being added into the game. Because tomorrow, by now, which is the 16th, which is later on at some point today, and this, by the time this recording is uploaded to YouTube, it's going to have more content added, a few more elements added, and so forth. So I'm looking forward to that at least. I'm probably going to do some gameplay for the new content and try to get some conversations recorded within the broadcast of this, and I'll probably do it live on Twitch and try to figure out a way where you guys can hear it too, and, you know, try to share the wealth of the live stream and try to do it on YouTube and cut it down so that way music or whatever gets cut out of the game, so that way copyrights will go, hey motherfucker, we saw you. But anyway, I digress. Now, I know a lot of people did not necessarily care too much about this game, which I understand why. You know, this FPS shooter to them, blah blah blah, but to me, I really enjoyed what I saw of it, at least with the beta, and I played it, and now I'm playing it still now, and it's just fan-fucking-tastic, so I'm happy with my purchase and all that. So, overall, it left a good impression on me. I just hope they can add more stuff soon to keep people enticed to keep on playing it. Because after a while, people are going to hit like level 28, 29, hit that roadblock, and they're just going to feel bored out of their damn heads. So, again, hope more stuff gets added pretty soon, or some point in the future, pretty soon. Game just came out, I understand that, but you know what? With the consistent demand of this game, you need to keep it interesting. You're pretty much selling this to Halo fans, you know. These people jumped into this game going, this isn't like Halo, and left, so you know, you got that crap too. So, anyway, I digress. Take care, blah blah blah.